me in a dress. You know, when I party, I like to wear a dress. Shoot me. I love to. You know, I just like to say some things that cross my mind. You know, you notice a major influx in twins. Major influx in twins. Everybody seems to have twins lately. Well, that's completely alien. You know, if you want to populate a planet, what best way to populate it than with twins? You're gonna go one baby at a time. You'll be here all friggin' day. You know, so they have twins up the wazoo. And the funny thing is, you never see them pregnant. They're never pregnant. You ever see a pregnant woman? How many times do you see a pregnant woman and you see all these kids? So, I don't know, you do the math. I'm bad at math, but that kind of math I can do. So, you know, personally, I got told you, today's the end of the world, as they know it. The people that ran the world before yesterday, you know, they're done. They're cooked. Their goose is cooked after they cooked all our goose. You know, you go to a pond in any town, you won't find any ducks. You find a lot of geese. I think the geese are too greasy, and they don't like them. They don't eat them, so they leave them alone. That's why they have geese at the wazoo. But the ducks, they like the ducks. And the swans, I don't see any swans anymore either, so they're gone too. And pigeons, they're pigeons. So, seagulls are on the menu. You know, see if any of them. Went to the beach yesterday. Yeah, there's a handful. I don't know, maybe they're fast flyers. I don't know. But, there's not one. Yeah, they used to cover the roof of the building. And there was a handful. And there was a bunch of people eating. And there was like nothing. So, I mean, that's weird. That's weird. So, you know, like I said, always say, look for the weird. Look for the chameleon factors, you know. Everything they do is hiding. You know, chameleon is nothing if it doesn't hide. And it has no power if you can see it. So, you know, there's 100 leaves, but there's one chameleon. And if you can spot that chameleon, he's a done duck. And as all our ducks are done. So, the cats, you don't see any cats anymore. You know, and my mother had me on a register to adopt a cat. My mother's an alien, so she was going to have me adopt a cat. I tried to get a cat all my life. I love cats, and she wouldn't let me have a cat whatsoever. And now she's trying to get me a cat. You know, she didn't do it openly in front of my face. I saw it on her phone. I saw it, it's like a text or something on her phone saying she was interested in a cat. So, you know, you can only hide so much. The truth always comes out. And today it's going to ram them in the face like a motherfucker. So, look, I don't want to go too long. If you're not a demon, if you're not a devil, if you're not an alien, don't worry. You don't have nothing to worry about. You know, your life is set. You know, you basically just won the lottery. So, you know, you have your house to choose from. Any house you want, you can have. Any car you want, you can have. Because once the aliens are gone and the demons are gone, all these cars and the houses will be left behind. You know, and you'll just move in and take over. You don't have to buy anything. Then you won't need any money. You know, stores will have plenty of food. Stuff like, yeah, you still got to work. I mean, in a way, you know, but life is work. You know, you don't want to live and join the demons and the aliens. They're not going to work. You know. They're going to suffer. So you do what you want. But happy birthday.